Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 34 of Stellaris. In the last video I'd completely forgotten that I'd built a new colony ship at Alpheka to go and colonise this desert world down here and give it to my sector. And the reason for that is that colony ship did not show up on the outliner. Still not even showing up on the outliner now, even though that I have control of it, which is a really weird thing. Okay, what have we got here? Something going on. The Tatra ethic changes. There has been a sweeping change in the ways of primitive Klagians since we began aggressively observing members of their species over Tatra. Their hatred of our abduction shuttles has made them extremely mistrustful of anything they consider foreign, while at the same time strengthening the bonds they feel towards their own culture and species. So now we can see that there is a negative. Yeah, this is still showing that it belongs to somebody else. That's weird. So it is now showing that there is a negative. Okay, this is weird. Let me just sort this out. So this ship, this colony ship that I have built, order the colony ship to begin colonization on a planet. I'm not the owner of the fleet. So what am I supposed to do with it? I might as well just disband it. There's absolutely no point to me having it. I've got to go and build a colony ship on one of my own worlds. It's the only way that I can do this. That seems like a very, very strange thing to do. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a colony ship. We want our materialist individualists. That seems like a very, very strange thing. Githian has almost finished. We can't get to that one because it's in enemy space. So let's go and survey this system. And, I mean, we could go and sort of like try and share star maps with these guys. You're neutral. We could offer a trade deal. And we could go, let's exchange star charts. They're not willing to do it. What about if I throw you a few minerals? There we go. We'll confirm that. And now, all of a sudden, we can see everything that they can see. And they've already got a lot of this space already uncovered. There's a few systems around here that they haven't dealt with. These guys up here, we can't really see any of this that's going on. We could speak to these guys. These guys, they don't particularly like us, but they may still accept the deal. So if we do star charts, and we'll do an instant transfer on minerals. How much do we need to give you to say yes? Wow. Would any amount? Okay, maybe they don't value minerals. What about if we gave you an instant transfer of energy credits? Yes, we wouldn't even need to give you all that much, apparently. There we go. So we'll confirm that. Make sure we unpause. And now we can see a lot more of the galaxy. And there's still a little bit up here that we cannot see. Let's go and speak to these guys. These guys are overwhelming. Are these a fallen empire? These are holy guardians. This is a fallen empire, yeah. So this is why you can try and establish an embassy with a fallen empire. I don't know why you ever would. They're never really going to be friendly with you. What do these guys dislike? Because these are the holy guardians. They don't like us because we're materialists. Yeah, we probably want to leave those guys alone, but there is another fallen empire up there now. They have a little bit of a strange shape, so we won't be getting any information from them. We can see most of what we want. These guys don't like us. These guys are the ones... No, these guys are the ones that don't like us. These ones I don't think are too fussed about us. They're equivalent and wary. So what about if we offer star chart swap? You're willing to do that anyway without even paying anything extra on top. So that is good. And that means our science ship has now finished. And we've got all of the systems done. So I think what we need to do now is get back home if we can. We might be trapped in here, actually. Yeah, there is no route. If we can get open borders through these guys, if we can ask for border access for civilian ships. What about if I offer you the same thing? Not willing to do it. What about if I pay you? Just want to get my ship home. We We'd have to pay them a lot of credits, but they would agree. Oh, not credits, a lot of minerals. There we go. You'll give me civilian access. I need to unpause the game, otherwise it won't work. And then the Githian should then be able to return home through their space. That is fine. Not that I really know what I'm going to do with the Githian. I might just end up using my science ships to boost research now, because there's not an awful lot else that I can do with them. And what have we got here? You guys have all upgraded your in orbit. We're still building more ships. We're still not at the naval cap, not anywhere near. So again, much like in Civilization 5, you really don't want to fall behind in technology, because doing so hurts. I'd still like to be able to grab some of these systems and block these guys from coming further north, but I really do think that at some point I'm just going to have to go and try and attack them. The Githian was forced out of somewhere, actually. Now, why was that? Why were you forced out? Oh, you've just gone into somebody else's space, have you? Well, I'm not too sure why you tried to jump through in that direction anyway. We see a little bit more of your world now, but that's fine. Githian will get back through. He'll just go the long way around. He should be alright in getting home. So, what do we want to do next? Situation log. Not really an awful lot going on. Already had any sort of missions that we can do for a while. Not had any of the disasters pop yet. I can't remember what year I got to in my other game that I was playing, which I've pretty much abandoned really because I haven't really had time with Total War Warhammer and Hearts of Iron and various other things. But I did have one of this sort of galactic disasters fire on me, and that was actually getting quite tricky to deal with. Let's see if we can actually sort things out now with these guys. Have they actually stopped being at war yet? No, they're still at war. And this is a thing that I see time and time again. I've seen empires at war for decades and decades and decades, and they just never peace out. Even when they've got a 100% war score, they just keep the war going. So, yeah, sometimes it's a little bit weird.
Research complete.
Completed another research. Strike, craft damage plus 5%. So, we could get cruiser assembly yards. We could get autocannons. Mineral storage capacity. Yes, that's going to be very, very useful at the moment. Let's go ahead and work on that because we're constantly hitting the cap. We do want to try and sort of... even though these guys are still fighting, it would be nice if we can actually get some stuff from them. What I'd like to do is I'd like to offer them an instant transfer of minerals for an instant transfer of energy credits. They may well say no. And a lot of this usually comes down to the fact that they probably have a deficit in credits. Yeah, look, if they're at war, they've probably got their fleet out. And if they've got their fleet out, then it's probably costing them a huge amount of energy credits, just as mine does. Though these guys are usually happy to trade. So again, another instant transfer of energy credits for... instant transfer of minerals for an instant transfer of energy credits. I will offer you... Let's go for the 1,000 again. For the same amount back. Well, we know we won't get the 1,000. Slightly less than we get last time from them. Or maybe considerably less than we get last time from them. 944. Okay, better than nothing. So that's another trade deal completed. Now then, there was one other thing that I was going... Oh, we've got that colony ship. So let's go and get you sent down to there. Now, there was something else that I was going to investigate, and I've completely forgotten what that was now. It's gone straight out of my head. Oh, that was it. It was the taxation... Oh, there's a war declared. Nobody that I'm bothered about. It was to go and check the taxation rate of these guys, because you are actually making some energy credits now. So let's go and tax you by 50%. So that should help. It's not helping all that much, actually. But we'll carry on taxing you at 50%. Vassalization request. The nation of Theris... Oh, vassalized hive. It wasn't me getting vassalized. Could I vassalize somebody? Is there anybody small enough around that I could just bully into being my vassal? Probably not. Yeah, those little purple blob guys that were around here, they got wiped out. Subject integration begun. So the Benthel Star Conglomerate, which is a mega corporation, is started to integrate the Quavian Foundation, which is an enlightened monarchy. Subject integration begun. Yeah, interesting that we get a warning for that. What about you? I bet you guys wouldn't become a vassal. You're only even an ally now. I wonder why that's gone down. Cordial, differing war philosophy. It's just a base of -50's gone down. They used to be friendly, they're now only cordial. Interesting. The fleets are done. Let's go ahead and get them grouped together. Our construction ship isn't doing anything, that's fine. Colony ship is on the move. Yeah, we've got a lot of construction ships not really doing anything at the moment. Let's allow things to carry on. That is a pretty powerful fleet. It's still giving me the option to upgrade. 15 ships upgrading. Oh, that's going to be really, really quick. It's obviously a minor upgrade. Probably just the warp drives. So the question then becomes, do I go ahead and go to war with the combined Rixie planets? I think I probably could. Depends how quickly I can jump on them before they can come and try and attack me. Might be a little bit of a risk, but it might be fun to try. We've got that colony ship. It's arrived where it's supposed to be. So we want you to go and colonize this world. And that's not a great world at all, really. Yeah, not a lot of options there, is there? I guess we'll lose the minerals. But we're only really doing this to sort of expand our borders now, give it to the sector. We're just sort of trying to block off any expansion. We're trying to make a sort of a perimeter more than anything. If I did declare war on these guys, let's just assume that I did. I'd never be able to vassalize them because they are too big. But we could get them to cede any number of their planets to us. So we'll probably end up doing that. So we'll have to see how that's going to work out. This is something that was changed in the recent patch, because it used to be it would cost 60 war score to vassalize anyone of any size. That's no longer the case. And it's only your allies and your vassals that provide you with extra fleet power during a war. You don't get anything from your sectors. They just provide sort of resource support, not support in terms of fleets. And these guys might be pretty weak. They do have some fleets around. That's your 4th task force. I think that's your army. Yeah, you've got a few thousand, but you're not particularly strong. But hopefully we can just jump straight in onto these guys should we kick off a war. So that's probably what we will try. Githian, you have returned home. Where are we putting out some decent science? So we know Schlurg's 19, 10, 15, 7, 7 and 8, 1, 8 and 1. That's pretty terrible. Most of our worlds aren't putting out much science at all. I guess we'll send you to the home world then. So Githian, you can go back to the home world. And we'll get you trying to work on increasing some science over there. All of a sudden, we've just taken a massive drop in our income. That's probably the colony. Yeah, army. Imagine the army maintenance is quite high. If we could get that down, it would be useful. But our ship maintenance is absolutely ridiculous at the moment. We're huge. The good thing is we're making enough money in, we're making enough gain in minerals to just basically trade for most of the energy credits that we need. What I should probably do if I want to go after these guys is try and take some of their systems that have the most energy credits available. What we could also do as well is go ahead and disable certain buildings. Or if we've got any planets that have a high amount of food. So for example, we've got 7 food here and we're already fully grown. So maybe what we can do is go ahead and get rid of some of these ones that are giving us minerals that we don't need and replace them with power plants. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll look on some of our other worlds. Can probably do the same thing. It's like here, there's 11 food. There's 11 food and the planet is fully grown. So let's go ahead and replace some of these with power plants. not the science ones.
Research complete.
Replace... We've got a fair bit of this mineral around, so we could do that. Do we want to get some happiness here as well? Frontier Clinic provides more habitability. What's the habitability here? 90%. We shouldn't need any more of that. Naval capacity plus 10%. Core sector planets plus 1 could be useful. We're struggling to even build up to our naval capacity, so let's get an extra planet allowed. That'll be useful. We'll just go through and look at some of the other worlds. See, we could upgrade that, but again, I don't think there's really an awful lot of point. What's the amount of food here? Again, 11 food. Get rid of this one that only gives 3. And replace that with another power plant. Luckily, I have quite a lot of this... So I don't think I have as many as I'm building here. I've got to be careful. It's not telling me that I'm out when I'm not. Is that the colonization complete? Yep, so we're now over our number of planets. That's fine. Let's go over here and get these cleared. It's costing me energy credits, but we do need to clear this thing out. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go back and speak to our friends that seem to have a lot of energy credits and see if they'll give us some more. They might do. You guys, give us your stuff. We would like to trade minerals for energy credits, monthly transfer. No, not monthly. Instant transfer, instant transfer. We will give you, let's say, 1,500. And what can we get out of you? Close. And that'll be 2,800. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we'll unpause. And there we go. Not quite at our cap, but that was good. They must have a lot of energy credits in reserve. I see they've now also started another system over here. So we've got to be very, very careful with that. What's that we've got going on over here? We've got a construction ship. Is that ours or is that theirs? That is the CUS Alasha. Yeah, well, I can't control it, so it's not my ship. Actually, I can control it. Why can I control your ships? But I can't tell you to do anything because we're not the owner of the fleet. So I can move your ships around, but I can't...
Construction.
And this is another weird thing that I've noticed with this. That's the Githian. That is the Magash. Is that one of mine? No, it isn't. Again, I shouldn't be able to control their fleets because it's owned by the Ugrim sector. I can't tell it to do anything, but I can control it, move it around, disband it, upgrade it, and stuff like that. It does seem very, very strange that it allows me to do that. It says that's an inactive building. Yeah, it is missing a resource, as expected. So what we need to do is just replace this with a normal power plant. Yeah, I thought it was... Thing is, it doesn't tell you that the resource is used until after the building has already been completed, which is, again, a little bit of an oversight. We can go ahead and upgrade this. Maintenance 1. If we upgrade it, maintenance is still only 1. So let's go ahead and upgrade that.
Construction complete.
Try and get out of this energy credit deficit a little bit if we can. Now, what's our fleet looking like? 10 cruisers, 10 battleships, 25 destroyers. Maybe we go up to 15 cruisers. Let's get some of the auto best ones for now. So just trying to really build up the amount of sort of fleet power that I have. I guess these guys are still equivalent. Yeah, I'm not really overtaking them, despite me trying to pump as much stuff as possible into my fleet. Again, because I haven't really gone to war with the AI, I'm not sure how... Well, I have gone to war with the AI, but I've only ever gone to war with sort of really weak and inferior nations. In theory, it does look like I'm a lot bigger than these guys, and if I can hit them hard and hit them fast, I might be able to do a significant amount of damage. I doubt that I still have... Yeah, I don't have border access to get to these guys anymore. I'd love to know how big their fleet is. because it is quite possible that I could just go ahead and beat them up. Githian has arrived at the homeworld, so I would like you to go here and, well, first of all, upgrade to the latest fleet designs, and then assist research. And before we actually go in and attack, do we want to see if we can get a better admiral? So we've got a few choices: extra hit points, more evasion, or hull regeneration. Hull hit points is probably better, although we can't use emergency FTL, which is a little bit worrying. What was the other one? The Trickster, yeah, ship monthly regeneration. So I think we go for the one that's the more evasion. It might be worth at some point getting another one though. We're not quite at our cap right here. Let's just pause up. Monthly hull regeneration, sensor range, yeah, not all that useful. What research do we have done? That was the wrong button. I'm sure it said research complete. There it is. 0 point energy. It's a lot of research. X-ray lasers, ion disruptors. Let's go for shield capacitors. Might make our ships a little bit stronger. But, yeah, I think we're going to end the video there, and then I think when we come back, we might actually have a go at attacking these guys down here and see how it works out. I'm not too sure what their fleet size is, but we'll definitely have a look and see if we can take some stuff from them. Maybe we'll want to try and take some planets on this side and feed them to a sector. I'm not sure if we're allowed to have another sector. No, we can have 5 sectors, so we could actually take a load of stuff from them and just create another sector. So maybe that is what we would do. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Stellaris. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.